So, I have enough for a mining rod. Again. Oh. I should really get the mining rod out here, though. And then I think I might want to go back to making buttloads of torches. I'm just gonna make the super farm. If it'll let me. Okay, that is confusing. Let's see. But yeah, no, absolutely playing that one on launch. I don't even care what I'm doing. I'm gonna be playing that on launch. Let's see. There's a number of games like that I'm really excited for this year. I'm kind of curious to see what other games that I don't know about that are coming out this year that are really gonna stand out. There's a couple coming out like in the next couple weeks. Like, I'm looking forward to Rage 2 tentatively. I didn't like Rage 1 that much. There were some fun bits, but eh. I think part of it is since the soundtrack was all copyrighted, I was just like, ugh. I'm really glad game developers have actually largely moved away from that. You know, maybe one or two songs are okay. But the whole soundtrack being copyrighted is very much not kosher. And I'm glad they've at least kind of learned not to do that anymore. Which is nice. Let's see. That's why I like indie games most of the time. There are a couple that I've really liked with copyrighted soundtracks, and it pisses me off a little bit. Like, I don't know how many of you guys were around for Mars E a month ago, but they finally dropped the Content ID match. You know, they finally responded to the report being like, well, guess this isn't copyrighted. Sorry about that. It's like, well, you kind of missed your chance to get a series from me. I guess I'll put up the videos, but like, kills my enthusiasm for a game whenever a whole soundtrack is copyrighted. I get that, like, the developers can't always do something about that fast. But I'd sent them an email being like, hey, can you get your music publisher to drop the video? You know, I'll drop the ID match, because I'll put my videos up as soon as they do. And then, like, yeah, it took them a whole month, and it's like, I guess I'll kind of put it up at some point now, but, like, that window of opportunity was launch, and now it is gone, and then it's like, well, maybe I'll come back to it. Probably just listen to my own music or something. Because I had to do that with SteamWorld Quest. Or not SteamWorld Quest, SteamWorld Dig 2. Fantastic game, but the soundtrack was licensed, or at least their publisher was being a jerk about it-ish. And so I had to, whoops, killed a chicken. I had to actually just cut out the music and listen to my own stuff for the entire series. Which is a shame, because the soundtrack was fantastic, and then they fixed their problems, but, like, at that point, it's too late. Series is busted. Well, not busted. Series went on without the music, but it was slightly lesser as a result. That's a bit of a shame. And yeah, don't actually feel ashamed for asking that question. I just gotta sass people. Because, like, man... I just don't want to have another situation like Fallout 76 or Gungeon. Like, I have bad memories of those things. Do we do this? Yeah, I'll do it. Vaults have more inventory space is going to be really nice. The main thing is structures having double health kind of sucks for me. There's, like, no situation where that even matters. Why is that a perk? I actually have to question that a little bit, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me. But yeah, so, for reference, when Gungeon was first coming out, and everybody was really excited for it, I had, like, a ton of people asking, like, Water, are you gonna play Gungeon when it comes out? And it would be, like, 10 new people a day, whenever I was playing, or, like, a roguelike or something like that, and they get a little testy when I wouldn't respond, and I was just like, this is going to drive me insane. And it did. And I ended up, like, just straight up not answering it anymore because I sassed somebody. And they were just like, I was a loyal fan, but I will never watch you again because you sassed me. And I was like, okay. I will just not respond to these things then. And maybe it's not a perk. Maybe it's the cost of the other stuff. Honestly, it should be a perk. I still think this game needs, like, enemies that... like a mode where enemies attack you at night. Because I think that would be really cool. And, like, you actually have to build defensive walls and stuff, because that would be really cool. And I would enjoy that thoroughly. Okay. I'm just gonna keep more or less just giving this mining rod things to do. Yeah, we're going to have a fair bit of these all over the place. I guess I didn't need to go this overboard with holes. We don't even have that many seeds. I don't know if you need... I don't even know if I need this much thread. I should probably work on some other stuff. Let's see. I'm just trying to... I don't know. I'm experimenting. This has very quickly just become a totally regular run for me, and we're hardly... making a whole lot of progress. Yep, that sucks a little bit more. I've had worse sass than from my sister. You'd be surprised how sensitive people are to me being sassy or like complaining on the internet. Like I've been doing a series on Fade to Silence, which is a pretty great game, all things considered. Like I rather like it. But it's an incredibly flawed product, and I'm not holding back when I speak about it, because, yeah, there's the realistic probability that a developer might actually look at it and be like, oh, yeah, this is kind of useful information. Kind of a rolling criticism of stuff as I go by. And it's not that I'm, like, trying to be terribly hard on the game, nor am I actually being overwhelmingly hard on the game, but, you know, it's just a rolling critique, I guess. And yeah, so they get really mad at me for being constantly down on the game, or just like, if you don't like it, stop playing. And I'm like, I do like it. I've said as much. I'm just not going to like not say anything just because reasons. Put away the fiber. At this point, we should have tons. We also are getting a load of anchors here, which actually means I can start buying more land. Let's probably go into the desert because it's cheaper. We still need buttloads of mining rods, but I don't know. Let's see, farming, bridges. I don't actually have that much wood to spend on this, but I'm going to spend some amount. And unlike usual, I'm going to be putting the mining rods kind of between. We do not have enough steel. Dang. I guess I could see about... What do I need for bone sword? Let's just make the bone sword for better or worse. But yeah, so whenever I get sassy or I, like, actually get kind of upset about something, like, for example... if I'm kind of mad about backseat gaming, people will jump on you. It's actually kind of painful. Well, painful? I don't know. It's upsetting. When I wake up in the morning, I've put out a video that you're like, yeah, I did actually, like, maybe lose my cool a little bit. And, like, the internet is watching. The moment you make, like... The moment you... Not make a mistake. Golden sword requires steel. Dang it. Bone amulet, though. Probably worth it, but not immediately. I think I need those mining rods in places. Oops. But yeah, the moment the internet realizes that, like, you've said something that they can kind of go after you for, they will absolutely do so. Like, I was playing a game, Zanki Zero. It's really good, but it's censored in the US version because there's a potentially underage character, or a character that at least looks underage. She's not, but still. She looks like a tween. And in the Japanese version, you get to see her underwear. And it's like, I'm not really cool with that, and said as much in the video. And I had a bunch of people straight up, like, insulting me in the open because it's like, how dare you censor video games? Like, if I want to look... And I'm just like... I'm reading them, and, like, I think one or two people were kind of like, well, I mean, she's just actually an adult. Like, yeah, it's kind of creepy, but, like, you know, it's no reason to, like, harsh on that one body type. But it's just, like, half the other arguments were just straight up unnervingly creepy, and I was just like, nee. But because I said something that was controversial, it gave them an opportunity to yell at me for not liking their, or not approving of, I guess, their preferences or something like that. I don't know. I'm probably being a little hard on some of these people, but it just creeped me out to no end. And yeah, I was like, I don't think this should actually really be that controversial, and yet it got a lot of people mad, and I was like, huh. I was kind of expecting most people would kind of see it, but no, I don't know. I guess really the moment any time certain people on the internet hear the word censorship, regardless of what it is, they immediately go like, ah. Though, then again, I can kind of also see the the flip side argument in a lot of cases. There's PUBG Mobile recently got taken down in China and has been replaced by, is it Path to Peace or Quest for Peace? It's some like really goofy, it's some really goofy title, and I don't know what it is, but characters no longer die. They like crouch down and wave at you and stuff like that, and it's like, it's laughably handled. Like, that kind of censorship, I guess I can kind of understand why it would be like a bit of a hot button for people, because yeah, that's weird, and you know, very quickly, like, the games industry is going to go bad places if it goes that direction. Like, I can kind of understand why, like, censorship could be a bad thing if you did that. If I do this, no, I was really hoping this guy would just automatically fill the field, but no, I have to actually put it down myself. Definitely hope they fix this up in a little bit. Though, I gotta say, planting stuff in this game is a little easier than, let's see. Do we make flour? Yeah, let's make as much flour as possible. I don't know what I want there. Pizza might not be a bad idea. I don't know. A lot of different things. Okay, did we actually learn how to make markets, by the way? No, I actually never bothered. I'm doing terribly. But I also, like I said, I don't really care about the $25 cash prize. So I'm just here seeing how fast can I get up to a million gold. And the answer so far is glacially. We've been doing this specifically for about 2 hours, which is about half of a run. But then again, we're also not using lighthouses, which now that we know how lighthouses work, those are like kind of the best. Okay, so this, I'd like to get markets, but we're gonna get logistics first. Because that's drastically going to increase the amount of mining and resource gathering potential we've got here. Because now I can actually put mining rods down and they'll, well, do something. I mean, they always do something, but still. See, any interest when Temtem releases? You should check my playlists. I actually have a Temtem playlist, unlike most people probably. Vic started that game for a fair bit of money. I'm waiting for them to add co-op to the beta version, and then I'll go back to it. Because they added the caves recently, which seemed interesting to me, but I want to play with Shell. I don't really want to play a Pokemon game solo that I can play co-op. Ever. Let's see, you'll be able to beat the challenge in seconds once I have things set up. No, actually, since I can't use lighthouses, I can't beat it in seconds. Which means I have to take a very slow path to making a lot of money here. Well, very slow path. Somewhat slow path. Okay, can I make a cook pot? Because that's actually something I can do. I think? No, we didn't actually learn cooking, did we? Okay, how much steel can I make? I can make 1. Well, at least I have a bunch of iron sitting around, so that's good. And why no lighthouses? That's part of the challenge, apparently. This is the first external challenge I'm doing. I will probably open myself up to other potential challenges from people that don't involve... Oh, did I never put a mining rod down here? I actually have the resources for it. Bago. Oh, that'll help. Oh, let's grab this. I really do wish the mining shrine would actually increase the speed at which you mined as well. Maybe. Okay, so at this point, I would say we should probably go for markets and start making that money. Mainly because, I don't know. There's a number of resources that are going to be easier to get with a whole host of markets just jammed somewhere. Yeah, you don't know what you should be doing to make money. Maximum wallet, obviously. And you're going to want, obviously, to be vaguely max level. You want most of the economic boosts. Honestly, you want as many markets as you can grab, and probably an empty inventory. And that's it. That's all you need, actually. Everything else that I'm doing here is purely window dressing. Get a little bit more. A little bit more. Probably should make as much coal as I possibly can. Okay, well these guys are really starting to clear the island. We're absolutely going to need some more mining rods here. Do we get another ferry? No. I'll just shove oranges in my face. I guess I should eat the fish, but oh, we could do cooking pots for sushi. I don't know. Levels are still kind of hard to come by. Makes life a little harder. I guess we could actually go tree farming. You know, that wouldn't be a terrible idea. Seeing as coal seems to be a serious limiting factor. Instead of jamming oranges in my face in the future, I think I'm gonna just start making as many tree seeds as I possibly can. I just sold everything in your inventory and got to around 2 million, so I guess everything works. That is fair. Let's see. Okay, so we have some citrus. I'm just going to switch to eating beets for a little while. I guess what I could do is actually just make a buttload of beets. Let's see. What do I need for another mining rod? Nothing! Got this mining rod over there, but it's busy. Put this one here. How far does it go out to? It doesn't go out to those resources. So if I put it here, it should get them all. I might move it down a little bit. We'll see. I mean, your 5 banks being left for like an hour gave a huge 0.01 million. Very useful. When Dangerously Funny did his video on having like a butt ton of banks scattered around the world, I got like a ton of comments from people being like, you need banks! Make more banks! It was... There's a reason why I get kind of grumpy about backseat gaming. Because one thing I noticed is like a lot of fans from one like person will just come over and start parroting what you should do. I had the same problem in Scrap Mechanic, where like Scrapman might do something really interesting and people would be like, do this thing that Scrapman did, and I'm like, I don't really want to. And then they get mad because I wasn't doing it. And they're just like, I told you to do this thing! Like, I had one person go through, I think most of my Forager first run, every 18 episodes. And he's like, why did you build a single bank this entire episode? You would have been getting so much free money. I'm gonna get that in this one, actually. But, like, money, honestly, isn't even that useful here. It's nice, but it's... Like, we're gonna need that money at the end. Not in the beginning. Okay. So we're making more steel. The rods are doing well. Sounds like Twitch chat in a nutshell. I actually find Twitch chat tends to be a little bit more polite. I think it's because there's a feeling of recentness, and maybe part of it is also because I do have a smaller audience, especially right now. Like this is subprime Wanderbot time, and so not a whole lot of people are actually watching. But I also tend to be very I tend to crack down fairly often when I notice it start getting a bit bad, because I really like reading my chat, and I like responding. And if I look over and it's a bunch of people telling me how to play, I immediately just like unless I'm so totally lost that I don't know what to do, there's very rarely situations where I really need to be told what to do, if that makes sense. Okay, so I could go markets. My income's kind of bad, and I'm already able to make money. Like, it's the ideal. We want to go for markets. We don't want to go markets yet. Or do we? I'm actually going to go colonization. There's a very distinct reason why. Because I want to get capitalism. Markets will be nice, but we want to get capitalism first. That's going to be where we start getting the levels. But yeah, there are definitely times when, like, I need backseat gaming if I'm playing a game where I'm particularly lost or if, like, the mechanics are really arcane. So, like, playing Fade to Silence, I was asking a lot of, like, clarifications. That was cool. But this game is just, like, I have played... I mean, on Steam alone, how many hours have I played? 21 hours. And that's, like, not even half the amount that I played on the itch.io version, which I don't think I've got a good hour tracker on. Which is unfortunate. The dang, you're starting early today, Wander. Yep, it's because, ooh, this game did not like being alt-tabbed. I think it's recovering. I've heard from a lot of people, do not alt-tab this game, and they are not wrong. But yeah, I started early because we're going out for margaritas in an hour. And then I'll be back and streaming after that, whenever that is. Let's see. Let's make some cooked fish. That's a lot of cooked fish. That might be too much cooked fish. I was hoping I could just rely on fairies to keep spawning without actually getting the perk. Because I was hoping they'd spawn around the fairy fountain. It doesn't actually look like that's the case, unfortunately. Let's see. Can't make any more mining rods. Nor should I at this point. Okay, so what can I buy? We can go to Bonerland. It's like actually the worst location to pop. All the episodes of the beta should give a rough estimate. Yeah, which would put it somewhere around like another 30 hours, give or take. For the most part, I don't think I played it on my own. I think I played, like, a little bit of one, and then I was like, this is boring without actually talking over it. Like, I actually have that serious problem with YouTubing and streaming and whatnot, is that I actually really enjoy commentating. And so, part of the reason why I put up so many videos and, like, never edit anything down is because I'm actually trying very hard to just keep a kind of running commentary on stuff. No, damn it. I was really hoping I could sort these things down. Let's see, but it is way more fun for me to play a game while commentating over it than it is for me to just play it silently. Like, I've been playing a little bit of Warframe in the early mornings, and while it's fun, it, like, has lost some level of, like, quality. Without, like, me being able to talk over it. Admittedly, like, I find myself floundering a lot when I'm trying to commentate over these things, but, like, I don't know. Okay. So let's get this done. I wanted to get up to capitalism. We'll get a little bit of EXP that way. And some money, more islands. Let's see. Let's make bread. And honestly, we could cook a silly amount of fish here. No, we want to save that for sushi. Start coal. Get a smidge more steel. Some amount of fiber. Gotta keep farming this. Because yeah, I do want to switch games momentarily. I mainly wanted to just go nuts on capitalism. Because if I can get a decent amount of EXP... Here. What's up, Shell? Yeah? Wait. Yeah? We still got some time. Okay, we've got places to be in an hour and a half. But I do want to play a little bit of Ultra Savage today before we go. But I wanted to get capitalism to see if it's as good as I think it is, no matter what part of the game you're on. Because I'm not gonna say I owe the developers a playthrough of Ultra Savage, but it's also a fantastic game, so worth my time anyway. Not to mention, those games are just fun. More incremental games. Okay, I'm gonna eat one bread. Let's see, do we have... Yes. Okay, capitalism ho! Finally! I've been working towards this very slowly and very poorly. Maybe someday I'll return to this challenge. Maybe at a later date multiplayer or something, because I think that would be really fun. Okay, so we're gonna sell... No. Well, that's busy for a while. I'm gonna make another one of these momentarily. What do I need for a medium wallet? I was like, I'm gonna sell a bunch of things. No, I'm not. I'm gonna get the next level wallet. Then I'm gonna sell a bunch of things. Okay, fiery pickaxe, no. Nomad shovel, getting there. Bone amulet. More steel. Let's see. It's a game you really want to play, but probably won't get a chance to. Probably Kenshi. I would love to play Kenshi. I don't know if I'll ever get the chance. That is a game that you have to spend an inordinate amount of time to do. And... let's see, let's... start on the animal feed. We're gonna need more poop anyway. Okay. So we're gonna need a fair bit of gold ingots too. Yeesh. Okay. It is so much nicer now that I have the mining rods going full force. And max size too. Because now we don't, like, walk onto an island and see just, like, a billion resources just sitting around that I can't use. Now it's just, like, weird pockets everywhere. Okay, so... coin's worth 75% more. Almost there. But yeah, I really, really want to play Kenshi someday. It's ugly as hell. But just also time-consuming. What other games are there? There's a couple. Kenshi is definitely, like, top of the list. Okay, so we need nightshade and leather. How much money do I have? Not much. Let's make a little bit. Okay, that's some amount. Not enough, though. What else can I make? We do, like, a whole bunch of beet seeds. Oh, we need trees. I should work on that one. So what do I have to sell? I can sell the eggs. I guess I could cook a lot of meat. No, we actually can't cook meat here. Well, we could cook all that fish. Start cooking some fish. I was really expecting the bread to give me a lot more resources than it did. It didn't. Much to my surprise. I mean, it's still worth like 300,000, give or take. But yeah, I gotta find some more sustainable cash crops. I think once I get the cooking pot, it won't be so bad. Okay, so we're getting a whole bunch of tree saplings here. Yeah, seeing as I'm going to be low on wood for a while. Oh, probably shouldn't do that. I've got one cooked fish. Yeah, cooked fish is worth a fair bit. But I still want to make sushi, so let's get the, fish pot. Or the cooking pot next if I can. Let's see. So, huge backpack. He's doable, but pain. We need a little bit more steel. What else do we have? That's a hell of a lot of cactus fruit, but I should probably save that for something. It's actually a lot of gems, too. I know I'm going to need more gems, but I really don't need 20 rubies right now. Let's use that. Does that net me a level? No. But it does net me enough money that we can start heading for Nightshade. Ammo. Slammo. We're going to get those two and get some mining rods down. Might die getting to that one, but it's worth it. They've got gems. Okay, attack speed increased by 20%. That actually feels considerably better. Oh. Oh. I did kill myself on that. Neat. Oh, wow. That's barely a setback. Okay, so I legitimately do not remember how to get around these things. Maybe a bomb. How did I ever get past them originally? I have no idea. I don't think I've ever had that at such an early stage, because I almost never buy islands here. Like, I'm kind of stingy, so let's see. I need to dodge through them, I think. No, I tried dodging through them. That killed me. You want us to actually tell you? Okay, this splody pickaxe does the trick with the spikes. Yeah, that's probably what I've done. In that case. Can I make the bone amulet? Shortly, yeah. So what do I need to make a bomb? Bomb's at the cauldron, so that's a bit tough. Need nightshade for that. I guess I'll grab the basic boots just for a little bit of speed. But yeah, bomb. I must usually get through with the explodey pickaxe. Because I don't think I can roll through them. Unless I needed more of a run-up. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die. I did dodge through them. Oh, Daredevil. Dodge through the lethal attack. Alright, so where does that put me? Puts me right back here. Alright, well I think that's a good sign for coming back later. We've got things going. I've got these anchors, which gets me a fair chunk of EXP. It doesn't look like they're affected by... The EXP is affected by the wallet level, maybe, or something? I'm not entirely sure. Oh yeah, fairies in a bottle would also do it, but I don't have any of those. But yeah, so it looks like you can roll through them, but I'd need to roll a hell of a lot more than I do. That's okay.